All right, and welcome back. Of course, this Friday. It's going to be a great one. And of course, remember, now and then there's a conversation we have to have. Nyinyi watu wa kuambia customers, tuma kitu ni kurifanyia reconnection ya stima. Leo, we are putting in focus. And like I mentioned earlier, we will be speaking to Joy Brenda Masinde, who is the chair of the board of directors at Kenya Power. She's already here. But before we get to that conversation, let's turn our focus to Which is Which with Willice Ochieng. Willice, how are you? I don't know if you've ever encountered out or semanga nitumie hii nikufanyia reconnection chap.
Betty, I'm fine, but when you talk about people who normally, call, they tell you, we're calling you from Kenya Power, please just behave very fast so that we help you. But you see, I always wonder, why do these people get that audacity to, con people? They tell you very interesting stories. Some of them would even arrive, within your compound, and they have almost everything.
Yeah.
But if you check those documents or whatever they have, very keenly you realize they are just trying to, con Kenyans.
I know.
And I don't know why this thing is very common, when it comes to matters of electricity.
I know, Willice. So that's a conversation we'll be having here shortly. And before, of course, we get to that, we want to learn some proper English. And I saw there was so much feedback online this week. So let's try and cover as much as possible. So my first word, Willice, today is R-A-B-I-D. Do we say rabid or do we say rabid? As somebody or somebody suffering from rabies. Which is which, Willice?
As I always say, certain words in the English language have more than one acceptable pronunciation. They have alternative pronunciations. Mm-hmm. This is one of them. You can say rabid, rabid, and you can also say rabid, rabid. Just like we also have issue or issue.
Okay. I think people also always forget we have issue and issue. Thank you, Willice, for that.
Yes.
Okay, moving to this other one. Willice, do we say adjacent or do we say adjacent? Which is which?
Adjacent, no. When you use English in serious communication, we go for standard pronunciations, just like good grammar. So in this case, many people innocently say adjacent, adjacent, but that is wrong or inaccurate. You say adjacent, near or next to something.
All right, adjacent it is, Willice. Okay, moving to my third word of the night. So this word, is it rated to reiterate? Ama to reiterate? Willice, how do we go about this one?
Well, it is, you begin with a sounding re.
Yeah.
Then you go to iterate.
Okay.
Reiterate.
Okay.
To reiterate. That is a verb, Betty, I think you're talking about.
Yes. There you go.
Yes, reiterate.
Reiterate. Okay. Willice, let's now move on to the collections you have for us from the audience.
Yes, I'll go straight to the first word, and dear viewers, you can, look at the screen. The first word is from Stephen Wakarera Sibur, and you say renowned. Avoid saying renowned artist.
Okay.
No. Renowned. And then Sibor, I saw you also with the word rapporteur. The second word is journal, not journal. Not journalist, you say journalist. Not journal, you say journal. That is from At Fall of Gru. And you also had the word Now, the third word on your screen is jeopardy. Betty, this one really, confuses or disturbs or troubles very many people. That word, many people innocently say jeopardy.
Jeopardy.
Jeopardy? No. You say jeopardy because the O in it is silent, not pronounced. So Leonard Mengo, thank you for that. Now, the last one is about that aerospace company in America, and you say Boeing. Boeing. That is when you talk about planes and all that. Dixon Nyaga, thank you for that word. Then, Betty, I think it's the time when we just go straight to test your tongue. If you have some clips for us, Betty.
Absolutely, Willis. Let's go to the streets and see what Kenyans pronounce this week.
Laryngitis. Laryngitis.
Laryngitis. Laryngitis. Laryngitis. Laryngitis.
From the word larynx.
Wala sina idea.
Laryngitis.
Inflammation of the larynx.
Kufura kwa koo.
Ina affect the larynx. Kituka hiyo.
Kuna mwingine Willis tu amecheka tu, yani imemshinda mpaka amecheka. Willis, I don't even want to try and pronounce it. Larry what?
But it happens. It happens. Now, when we talk about, it is that infection, of that part which is above the throat, and it makes, speaking a bit painful and all that. So this word, you say laryngitis. Then gitis. Laryngitis. So it's tricky, and certain words in English can be tricky for anyone, anywhere on earth. So please, the way to pronounce that word is laryngitis. Otherwise, Betty, I can see people who really love things. Tom Wanjala, you say determine. These ones are not on our screen, but we have also to help you. Jen Joki, fuel. Betty, do you hear of fuel?
All the time.
Have you ever heard of fuel?
Out of fuel. I know.
It's normally fuel or fuel. And then Victor Mandela, realm, apartheid, and predator. Titus Bravo, you say viral and virality. But now, Betty, let's go to the confusing words on the screen. The confusing words that we have for tonight, dear viewers. The first one, you say draft. Not drought. Draft.
Okay.
Yes, just like D-R-A-F-T. You say draft. Now, the second word, you say drought. Don't say drought. Drought. Kiangazi, no. Don't say drought. You say drought. Otherwise, when we come to our surprise word for tonight, it's a very common word, dear viewers, but many people think it is pronounced the way it is spelled, which is not the case. Now, this one, don't say arena. Arena is common, but wrong. You say arena for that place where people watch, sports or entertainment. Now, when we come to that surprise word, please just remember, anytime when you have a word that is pronounced the way it is spelled, it doesn't mean that every word in English is like that. No. Many words in English, you don't follow the spelling strictly. So this one, you say arena. Otherwise, for those people who want to send in words, you can do it throughout the week. And just use at Willice Ochieng 1, or you use at Betty M. Kielo. You can also use at TV47 News. For those people who really love the show, just like Solen Chafuo, Josh Pepsiman, Penny Musita, Maxamud or Maxamad Nur, Nancy Mutula, Rose Wali, Bonfaz Ndungu, Abdul Shakur, Dennis Lubanga, and Madam Sarange Omwega, we give you a special salute. It's my time now to take you back to the wonderful Betty, and she's going to tell us a lot. I know everybody's waiting for Mambo. Steamer.
Mambo ya steamer.
Betty, back to you.
Willice, well, thank you so much, Willice. I appreciate that. And Nokorama fans, Willice, hey, what nani. Ni kama tumekuwa na radios, na salamu za radio. Willice, before I let you go, because now we're talking about anti-fraud, do we say fraud or do we say fraud before we get into our conversation?
Betty, many people talk of fraud because of the spelling.
Yeah.
But the A and U in that word, we call it a digraph. A digraph is a combination of two letters representing one sound. So A and U combine to form the long, low back sound O. So you say fraud.
Okay.
Fraud. And to defraud, not defraud. Defraud and so on. So it's a fraud.
Thank you very much. All right, Willice, let me say thank you for tonight. God willing, we'll see you next week. And of course, keep the words going. And of course, to all the fans, we appreciate you and we salute you. Willice,